In this first lesson, we'll begin with working in a vertical aspect ratio. This format is ideal for platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and even YouTube Shorts. Later in course, we will switch to a horizontal, which is 16 by 9 workspace, so you'll learn how to edit videos in both formats like Pro. Alright, let's jump right into editing. First, let's open our footage folder. Before editing, I'll play with the clips to see what they contain.
With so many video editing apps out there, choosing the right one can be really hard.
To match this narration, I'll stack 3 different clips for the phrases. With so many video editing apps out there,
choosing the right one can be really hard.
And then use one of 2 additional clips to illustrate. Choosing the right one can be really hard. So let's start by dragging the first clip into the timeline. We'll cut it at the appropriate moment using Ctrl B. Delete the rest and then bring in the next clip. Trim it and repeat the same process for the third clip. For this third clip, once the character turns fully towards the camera, I'll make a cut. This helps keep the visual engaging and align with the narration. So let's extend the clip slightly from the beginning. To move a clip straight up or down with slides drafting, hold down Shift while dragging. This locks movement vertically and helps keep your timeline organized. If I right-click on a video, we'll see Extract Audio. This feature separates audio from the video, so you can edit, replace, or enhance it independently. Notice that Extract Audio requires CapCut Premium. I know many of users might not have access to the CapCut Premium. However, it's still helpful to know it exists. Toward the end of the course, I will explore a few premium features briefly. When you import images, they may appear very short, sometimes only 1 frame long. To change the default duration, go to Menu, open up Setting, and in Edit, find Image Duration. Set it to 5 seconds or any value you prefer. This ensures every imported image will automatically have the length you want. Let's import a white background image and place it underneath the footage. Rotate it by 90 degrees. Then scale it up using basic transform so it fills this screen. By doing this, we replace the original background behind our subject with a clean white backdrop. Now let's adjust the spacing slightly, leaving a small buffer around the subject. Marking and selecting clips. Now let's choose the best footage for the line.
With so many video editing apps out there, choosing the right one can be really hard.
When it says choosing the right one can be really hard. In the media browser, you can preview clips before placing them on the timeline. Use I set in point and O for set out point. This lets you drag only the selected portion into your timeline, saving time and keeping everything clean. Let's adjust the clip slightly to match pacing.
Choosing the right one can be
We'll align clips so they activate right as the character begins speaking.
The right one. Choosing the right one can be really hard, but there's one hard, but there's one. The right one can be
really hard. Let's delete this part.
Choosing the right one can be really hard, but there's one.
But there is one. Let's work a little bit on these 3 videos. First, I like to slide it a little bit towards left and right. To work more precisely, hold Ctrl and middle mouse to zoom into the timeline. This gives more control over small adjustments. And let's start a little bit with delay. First, I like to see the avatar when he starts speak.
With so many video editing.
And now.
With so many video editing apps out there. With so many video editing apps
Up there.
Choosing the right one can be really hard, but But there's one that has everything you need.
Once we reach the point where the script transition to but there is one that has everything you need, in this place we'll add a marker. Let's set it to red so it's clearly visible. This helps us focus on what comes next. Until this point we have only used footage. No effects, no transitions, no stickers, and no extra audio. Now it's time to enhance things visually, using effects. Open the Effects tab. CapCut offers 2 main effects categories: video effects and body effects. Body effects detect and enhance human elements like hands or the head, although we won't need them here. For now, we'll use video effects. There are many collections, each designed for different styles. Once you find a useful one, click the star icon to save it in your favorite, so you can access it quickly later. Notice that effects with a diamond symbol require premium. Even though some are paid, effects can save you hours or even days of work and can make your video more dynamic and engaging. I've already selected a few favorites so we can work faster. Let's shorten track height to better view the timeline. This effect works well with the phrase when it says,
with so many video editing apps out there.
With so many video editing apps out there. Because it visually cycles between different frames like browsing through apps. Drag it onto the clip. The animation is a bit slow by default, so in the effect setting, increase the speed to 100. Each effect has its own parameters. Play with them to find what works best. Cut the effect at the appropriate point to keep everything clean.
With so many video editing apps out there.
Polaroid pack. Add this effect next. Trim the beginning and end to match the visual timing. You can also adjust the speed to match the beat or narration.
Apps out there. Choosing the editing apps out there. Choosing the right.
Next, we will add the little planet effect. This creates a slightly chaotic, distorted look perfect for converting the confusion of having too many app options. You can adjust size, rotation, and blur. You can even animate rotation if you want. This effect applies to the entire frame, including the character, which looks visually interesting.
The right one can be really hard, but with so many video
When the narration says, "But there is one that has everything you need," we'll introduce another effect to draw attention back to the main character.
but there's one that has everything you need.
Adjust its speed and glow to taste.
With so many video editing apps out there, choosing the right one can be really hard, but there's one that has everything you need.
At this point, we'll pause and continue in the next.